Welcome to Health Watch, presented by Novant Health. I'm your host, June Baker. Our show features local physicians and health professionals discussing health topics of importance to local residents. Today we will speak with Angie Sutton from the Brunswick Beacon regarding an upcoming Health Expo. And we'll also learn about a medication disposal event that will be held during the Health Expo. Then we will meet Dr. Edward Wu of Brunswick Women's Center. Stay tuned to learn about valuable health topics with Health Watch. Our first guest is Angie Sutton of the Brunswick Beacon. Well, welcome, Angie. It's great to have you here.
Thank you. It's very nice to be here.
Well, I'm excited to learn about the Health Expo that's coming up. So what exactly is that event?
Well, the Health Expo is a community event. It's the 6th year that the Brunswick Beacon has sponsored this event along with Novant Medical Center. It just gives the public the opportunity to learn about public facilities and facilitators in this area.
Well, tell me again, when is the event and where is it held?
It's going to be February the 25th. It's at West Brunswick High School, which is here in Charlotte, off of Highway 130, and it's from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Great. Well, it's coming up soon.
Yes, it is. It'll be here before we know it.
Well, for our viewers who may attend, what can they expect when they arrive? What does it look like?
Well, when they arrive, they will register, and at the registration desk, they will register for many door prizes that we have that the vendors have donated, along with a grand prize donated by the Brunswick Beacon. Now, we also do have a drug drop-off that will be at the entrance, and this is for any unused medication, and it's sponsored by Brunswick Novant.
Well, good. So are there screenings available at the
Yes, there are many screenings available. We have glucose, blood pressure, body fat, just many, many things to choose from.
Too many to mention.
Too many to mention. There's quite a few, yes.
Well, good. And I'm curious, what happens to those screening results?
That's a very good question. We actually give our participants a piece of paper that they can keep up with their results on. It will have glucose, and they can put in that number. And once you have all these results, if you have anything that comes back that maybe doesn't look quite right, what we ask is that, of course, you go see your doctor. And if you do not have a doctor, obviously, you've met many at the show that can help you, but that's what it's all about, is encouraging people to stay healthy and get healthy. So these screenings are very important.
And the results are delivered at that time, at the time of the expo?
Yes.
So they don't have to wait to be sent those in the mail?
No, absolutely not. You would find out that day.
And we would encourage them to seek medical attention if it looks a little off. If the readings are
and they would certainly be told at the time of the reading, they would be given obviously some advice as to what the next steps would be.
It sounds like there's going to be plenty of information in addition to all those screenings. Tell us a little bit about who might be there and what kind of information they might be distributing.
Well, we have anything from nonprofit groups to anything you can think of. So there's going to be a lot of information, whether it be cancer awareness, mothers-to-be, just a vast variety of information.
Will there be folks there like from durable medical equipment or home health care?
Yes, we will have some home health care, yes, medical equipment, vision, you name it.
And of course, the new medical center will be there?
Yes, absolutely. They're a major sponsor.
Well, that's great. Now, Nin Patel from Brunswick Novant Medical Center and Sergeant Dale Routh of the Brunswick County Sheriff's Office will join us. Well, welcome, Sergeant Routh and Nin. We're glad to have you here.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Well, first, tell me a little bit about yourselves. Now, Nin, I understand that you work at Brunswick Novant Medical Center. Is that correct?
I do.
And what is your role there at the hospital?
I am the pharmacy buyer, so I buy all the medication for the hospital.
Sounds like a big job.
It is a huge job.
A lot of medications.
It is.
And Sergeant Routh, you work with the Sheriff's Department, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am, yeah.
And what do you do at the Sheriff's Department?
I am the Public Information Officer for the Brunswick County Sheriff's Office under Sheriff Ingram.
I bet that's an exciting job.
It's very interesting.
I bet it is. I bet it is. Have you done that long?
Just started around October the 4th
Uh-huh.
of this year, so
Well, great.
very new to it.
I'm sure they're happy to have you.
I hope they are.
I'm sure they are. Well, it's wonderful to meet both of you. And we just learned a little bit about the Health Expo that's going to be held at West Brunswick High School. That's coming up on February 25th. So I understand that the two of you are involved in the medication disposal at the event. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Well, tell me a little bit about that medication disposal.
It's basically any unused, unwanted prescription drugs that anybody has in their medicine cabinet that they want to get rid of, or that it's expired, or they don't use them anymore, or just to get them out of the home and out of the hands of unwanted, people.
So anyone in the community can just drop by and drop off their medications. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
anybody.
And there'll be people from the hospital accepting those medications?
Yes, we have volunteers that are going to be at the front entrance, and they'll be taking bags of medications and bringing them back so we can dispose of them correctly.
Okay. Well, is it free?
It is. It's a free, open to the public. Anybody from any part of the county can come out and bring all their stuff, and we will take it, no questions asked.
I wonder if, Sergeant Routh, could you address that a little bit about the safety of dropping those off, and how is that handled, and is there anyone there monitoring it?
No, there will be no one there to monitor who's bringing up what or anything like that. People can just get it. If they find anything in the house, and they don't have to be afraid about bringing it and dropping it off. That's a reason basically for this, is so we get those type of drugs and everything, back into or properly disposed of. So they don't have to worry about anybody watching or counting, or who's bringing up water or anything like that.
So there won't be someone from the Sheriff's Department who will be sort of taking notes, or there won't be any names taken, or nothing like that. It's just you come in, you drop it off.
Correct.
It's accepted, and so there are just no questions asked.
Right.
Is that
Absolutely.
correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, then I think that's encouraging, that folks know there won't be any repercussions, because
Right.
you never know when you're going to find something, or
Oh yeah, and
and it's better to get it off the street
absolutely.
Right.
than have it out there floating around. What about needles? I know there are a lot of diabetics in our area, and so there's probably a lot of needles out there to dispose of.
Yes, we will take use.
You will?
We will take used needles. We prefer them in detergent containers, so that way nobody gets stuck or
Explain
anything
what you
like
mean
that.
by a detergent container.
Like Tide bottles, or something, a thick,
heavy
heavy
plastic?
plastic. Right. Or, of course, if they have a syringe disposal boxes, we'll take those.
They could just bring that.
Yep, we'll take those. We'd prefer them not in bags. I know that past years we've had them in bags, and it's kind of hard when we're going through medications to put your hands in, stuff like that. But yeah, we will take syringes, any unwanted used syringes, or
So they just need to put them in their plastic containers and,
Right.
and bring those in and drop those off along
Right.
with any pills.
right, exactly.
Okay, great. Our final guest is Dr. Edward Wu of Brunswick Women's Center. Well, Dr. Wu, thank you so much for joining us today.
You're very welcome, June. It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, good. I'm glad that you're here. Now, I know that you're relatively new to Brunswick Women's Center. When did you join that practice?
I actually started on October 31st on Halloween.
Oh, so not too long, but
No,
but enough to
no.
get a feel for it.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about your education and your background so we can get to know you a little bit.
Well, most people can't tell now because I no longer have an accent, but I'm a Canadian. I was born and raised in Canada. I did my undergraduate training and went to medical school in my hometown of Edmonton, Alberta, at the University of Alberta. Then after medical school, I came and did an internship at a very small hospital in Akron, Ohio, called St. Thomas Hospital. And their claim to fame is that they're the birthplace of Alcoholics Anonymous.
Wow.
And after I did a year of interning, I entered family practice for a short period of time. It was customary when I graduated from medical school that graduates would go out and work as a general practitioner or family physician before going back and doing specialty training.
Really?
So that was my plan. I was going to finish the family medicine residency, go back to Canada, and then enter obstetrics and gynecology or pediatrics. Well, during that period of time, when I did my obstetrics rotation, the program had lost one of their residents during their second year. And the second year is the busiest year because that's the year where you are actually in charge of labor and delivery.
Right.
So when they found out that I had an interest, they convinced me to switch over. And so I ended up doing my obstetrics and gynecology training in Akron as well. After that, because I was a Canadian, I had to go to a health professional shortage area to work. So I worked in a little town called East Liverpool in Ohio. And I spent 4.5 years there. The things that they're known for are that they're the birthplace of Lou Holtz.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, and across the river in West Virginia, there's a pottery, Homer Lawton Pottery, and they make the Fiesta ware.
Right, you're right.
Yeah, and East Liverpool, long time ago, used to be known as the pottery or the ceramic capital of the world, but with other multinational companies, they've sort of lost that. After that, I was in Virginia for a short period of time, for a year and a half, and then I last was in Minnesota for about 8 years before coming here.
Before coming here. Wow,
Yes.
you've been around a little bit.
Oh, yes, I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And lucky for us that you switched from family practice to OBGYN.
Oh, me too. I
Yeah,
feel the
that's
same
great.
way.
Yeah. Now, you and your family have relocated to the area, correct?
Yes. My wife and children actually moved here ahead of me.
Really?
Because my children wanted to start school here instead of being relocated in the middle of the school year.
Well, that's wonderful. How do you and your family, are you enjoying the area, and do your children enjoy it?
Yes, they do. In fact, when we were pursuing another opportunity after Minnesota, my wife and children specifically said they wanted to live close to the beach, close to the ocean, and my wife wanted to live either in North Carolina, South Carolina, or Virginia. And the reason being is that as she was growing up, she and her family would vacation on the Outer Banks, so she has very fond memories. And as my girls were growing up, we have vacation on the Outer Banks as well. So they really love the ocean.
Yeah. Well, this is a great place to be. The folks who live here are fantastic. The weather's great. So,
I certainly agree with that.
so you made a wise choice. Now, I understand there are several physicians at Brunswick Women's Center, and there's a few locations. Is that correct?
Yes, there is.
Thank you for tuning in to ATMC-TV's Health Watch. I hope this information was beneficial for you and your family. If you have any questions or topics that you would like to see discussed on a future show, please email them to atmc.tv@atmc.coop. I would also like to encourage you to participate in Novant's monthly Focus on Health seminars. These seminars are held on the third Thursday of each month. Local medical professionals discuss health topics of interest and answer your specific questions. Please check the local newspapers for additional information or visit brunswicknovant.org. Thank you again for joining us today. Be sure to join us next time for Health Watch on ATMC-TV.